In the face of adversity, Sigma males stand out as resilient icons of preparation and adaptability. Defined by their independent and introspective nature, Sigma males embody a unique blend of strength and foresight that equips them to navigate any crisis with unwavering composure. Unlike their counterparts, Sigma males thrive in solitude, harnessing their introspective tendencies to foresee challenges before they arise and devise effective solutions. This innate ability to anticipate and prepare positions Sigma males as formidable leaders in times of uncertainty, relying on their self-reliance and strategic thinking to outmaneuver chaos. Whether confronted with economic turmoil, natural disasters, or societal upheaval, Sigma males remain steadfast pillars of stability, leveraging their deep understanding of self and surroundings to forge paths toward resilience and success. Their inclination toward independence and introspection not only sustains them but also inspires confidence in others, making Sigma males indispensable figures in the face of adversity, embodying the essence of preparedness and strength in every crisis they encounter. Number 31. While staying at a friend's house for the weekend, I experienced an unsettling occurrence late one night. As I lay in bed, I heard faint whispers of my name, as if someone was calling me from outside the window. At first, I dismissed it as my imagination, but the whispers persisted, growing clearer and more insistent. Heart racing, I glanced out the window but saw nothing unusual in the darkness. I called out, asking if anyone was there, but the whispers faded away, leaving me shaken and unsure if it had been real or a trick of the night. The experience haunted me, casting a shadow of unease over the rest of my stay and leaving me wondering about the mysterious voice that seemed to know my name. Number 30. While working late at a convenience store on the graveyard shift, I glanced up from stocking shelves to see a man with a strange, unsettling smile standing outside the store, peering in through the glass. His presence sent a chill down my spine as I realized he had been watching me for some time. I checked the security footage, but there was no sign of him approaching or leaving. The incident left me shaken, questioning who he was and why he seemed fixated on me during those late hours of the night. Number 29. Exploring an old, abandoned mansion with friends one summer afternoon, we stumbled upon a hidden cellar concealed behind a false wall. Inside, we discovered a collection of mysterious journals and faded photographs, hinting at the mansion's forgotten history. As we flipped through the pages, a sense of unease settled over us, accompanied by whispers echoing in the musty air. The journals revealed tales of tragedy and secrets buried within the mansion's walls, leaving us captivated yet unnerved by the mysteries we uncovered that day. Number 28. During a road trip through unfamiliar countryside, I stopped at a deserted rest area to stretch my legs and take a break from driving. As I wandered around, I noticed a shadowy figure lingering near the edge of the rest stop, watching me with an intensity that sent chills down my spine. I hurried back to my car, heart racing with unease, and locked the doors as I drove away. The encounter left me unsettled, wondering who the mysterious figure was and why they had been watching me in that desolate place. Number 27. While on a road trip, I encountered a suspicious man at a rest area who approached me asking for directions. His demeanor was unnerving, and I felt a sense of unease as he lingered too close for comfort. I quickly gave him directions and hurried back to my car, watching him in the rearview mirror until he disappeared from sight. The encounter left me shaken, wary of strangers at rest stops and the potential dangers that can lurk in isolated places during travels. Number 26. During my time working the graveyard shift at a 24-hour convenience store, I encountered a mysterious note left on the counter by a man who seemed to appear and disappear without a trace on the security footage. The note was cryptic, warning me not to look back, and it left me feeling unsettled and paranoid throughout the rest of my shift. I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, even when the store was empty, wondering who the mysterious man was and what he wanted from me. Number 25. While staying at a remote cabin nestled deep in the mountains, I decided to take a solo hike one afternoon. The trail wound through dense pine forests, and as I walked, I began to feel a sense of unease. It wasn't until dusk approached that I heard faint whispers echoing through the trees, calling my name. I froze, scanning the quiet surroundings, but there was no one in sight. The whispers persisted, seeming to come from all directions. Heart pounding, I hurried back to the cabin, where the whispers gradually faded. That night, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, and every rustle of leaves outside sent shivers down my spine. It was an eerie encounter that left me questioning the solitude of the wilderness and the secrets it might hold. Number 24. Working late one evening in my office building, I was the only person on my floor, focused on finishing a project before heading home. As the hours passed, I began to hear faint footsteps echoing down the corridor outside my office. Assuming it was a security guard making rounds, I continued working. But the footsteps grew closer, stopping just outside my door. I glanced up, expecting to see someone there, but the hallway was empty. Unease crept over me as I realized I was alone in the building. I called out, but there was no response. I quickly gathered my things and left, feeling a chill despite the warmth of the night. The incident left me unsettled, wondering who or what had been walking the halls with me that night. Number 23. Exploring an old, abandoned mansion with a group of friends one summer, we stumbled upon a hidden room tucked away behind a crumbling wall. Inside, we discovered a dusty journal filled with cryptic writings and faded sketches of arcane symbols. As we flipped through its pages, a strange sensation of being watched crept over us. The air seemed to grow colder, and faint whispers echoed around us, though no one else was there. Fearful yet intrigued, we hastily left the mansion, the eerie experience lingering in our minds long after. Number 22. Venturing deep into the woods near our hometown, my friends and I stumbled upon an overgrown path leading to an abandoned campground. Among the decaying cabins and rusted playground equipment, we found an old, weathered map hidden beneath a pile of leaves. The map depicted intricate trails and landmarks that didn't match anything we knew of the area. As we studied it, a sense of unease settled over us, accompanied by distant, muffled voices on the wind. We decided to leave, the mystery of the map haunting our thoughts as we made our way back home. Number 21. While camping in a remote area, my friends and I exchanged tales of local legends around the campfire. As night deepened, we heard faint, rhythmic sounds outside our tents, hoof prints encircling our campsite in the soft earth. None of us had seen or heard anything approach, yet the prints were undeniable, leading to inexplicable hoof marks surrounding us at dawn. The eerie encounter left us unnerved, questioning the boundary between folklore and reality in the quiet wilderness. Number 20. While on a road trip through unfamiliar terrain, I stopped at a small, isolated diner for a late-night meal. Inside, the atmosphere was oddly quiet, with only a few patrons scattered around. As I waited for my order, I noticed a peculiar note tucked under the salt shaker on my table. It read, "Don't look back." Puzzled and slightly unnerved, I glanced around the diner but saw nothing out of the ordinary. The waitress approached with my food, and when I asked about the note, she gave a nervous laugh and quickly changed the subject. Unease settled over me for the rest of the meal, and I left the diner feeling watched, the mystery of the note lingering in my thoughts. Number 19. During a solo road trip, I decided to rest at a deserted rest stop along a quiet stretch of highway. As I sat in my car, I noticed a figure standing at the edge of the parking lot, partially obscured by shadows. They seemed to be watching me intently. Feeling uneasy, I locked the doors and pretended not to notice. Minutes passed in tense silence until headlights appeared in the distance, prompting the figure to disappear into the darkness. I waited until the car passed before leaving the rest stop, shaken by the encounter and wary of stopping in secluded areas again. Number 18. While staying at a friend's cabin in the mountains, I woke to the sound of persistent knocking on the door at 3 a.m. Startled and alone, I cautiously approached the door and looked through the peephole, but there was no one in sight. The knocking continued intermittently, growing louder each time. I called out, asking who was there, but received no response. Fear gripped me as I considered the remote location and the possibility of intruders. Eventually, the knocking ceased, leaving me shaken and unable to sleep for the remainder of the night. The unsettling experience made me question the safety of isolated cabins and the mysteries that lurk in the darkness of night. Number 17. During a late night shift at my office building, I stepped into the elevator to head to another floor. As the doors closed, I noticed a man already inside, standing silently in the corner. His presence felt unsettling, his gaze fixed on me without blinking. I pressed the button for my floor, trying to ignore the creeping unease. Suddenly, the elevator jerked to a stop between floors, plunging us into darkness. Panic set in as I fumbled for the emergency button, but before I could press it, the lights flickered back on and the doors opened. The man was gone, leaving me shaken and questioning if he had been real or a figment of my imagination. Number 16. One evening, while sitting on my porch, enjoying the cool breeze, I noticed a car parked down the street with its headlights off. It seemed out of place, but I didn't think much of it. As the night went on, the car remained there. I decided to call the police, but before I could, the car's headlights turned on and it sped off. A few days later, I saw the same car parked outside my house again, and this time it stayed for hours. The sense of being watched intensified, making me uneasy in my own home. I wondered who was inside and why they were watching me, the mystery deepening with each passing night. Number 15. While driving through a rural area late at night, I noticed a car following me. No matter how many turns I made, it stayed behind me. My heart pounded as I took a sharp turn into a dark alley, hoping to lose it. The car stopped at the entrance of the alley and turned off its lights. I held my breath, watching the silhouette of the driver just sitting there. After what felt like an eternity, the car sped off. I didn't sleep well for weeks, haunted by the encounter and wondering why I had been targeted. The incident left me wary of late-night drives and the unknown dangers that lurk in the shadows. Number 14. One summer, I visited a small, isolated town nestled deep in the mountains. Intrigued by local folklore, I listened to tales of a mysterious figure that roamed the forests at night. One evening, while hiking alone, I glimpsed a shadowy figure among the trees, watching me with glowing eyes. Fear gripped me as I stumbled back to town, convinced I had encountered the legendary creature. The experience left me shaken, questioning the boundary between myth and reality in the quiet solitude of the mountains. Number 13. Exploring an old bookstore in a quaint town, I stumbled upon a dusty journal hidden behind a row of vintage books. Its pages were filled with cryptic writings and faded sketches of strange symbols. As I read on, a sense of unease crept over me, as if the journal held secrets best left undisturbed. I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, as though the past lingered within the bookstore's shadows. Hastily, I returned the journal to its place, leaving with more questions than answers about the mysteries it held. Number 12. Venturing into the outskirts of town with friends, we discovered an abandoned cabin nestled among overgrown trees. Curiosity piqued, we approached cautiously, the air thick with an eerie silence. Inside, we found old furniture covered in dust and remnants of a life long forgotten. As we explored further, whispers seemed to echo from the walls, filling us with a sense of foreboding. The cabin's dilapidated state and the mysterious whispers left us unsettled, wondering about the untold stories hidden within its walls. Number 11. While hiking through a dense forest, we stumbled upon an old, dilapidated structure hidden among the trees. Intrigued, we ventured closer, the air thick with an unsettling stillness. As we explored, we heard faint whispers and glimpsed fleeting shadows moving within the ruins. The sense of being watched grew stronger, prompting us to leave quickly, the mystery of the abandoned structure haunting our thoughts long after we returned home. Number 10. During a camping trip with friends, we gathered around a crackling fire and shared eerie tales of a local legend. As darkness settled, we noticed inexplicable hoof prints encircling our campsite at dawn. None of us had ventured out during the night, yet the prints appeared fresh and deliberate. The atmosphere grew tense as we debated the origin of the mysterious tracks, our imaginations fueled by the eerie encounter with the legend seemingly coming to life before our eyes. Number 9. Working the night shift at our town's only diner was usually quiet, but one night I noticed a man sitting in a booth, staring at me. His intense gaze sent shivers down my spine, and I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off about him. He ordered a simple coffee but hardly touched it, his eyes never leaving me. When I approached to ask if he needed anything else, he whispered in a voice barely above a murmur, "They're watching." His cryptic words unnerved me, and I couldn't wait for my shift to end, haunted by the man's unsettling presence and his ominous warning. Number 8. Psychological agility. Imagine a storm raging through a forest, testing the resilience of its trees. The rigid ones break under the force, while the flexible ones bend and survive. Sigma males embody this flexibility in their psychological approach. They understand that clinging to fixed ways of thinking or feeling can worsen situations. Instead, they remain open to change, adapting their mindset and actions as circumstances demand. This mental agility is their strength in times of crisis, enabling them to assess situations calmly, consider various perspectives, and devise effective solutions. By avoiding rigid thoughts and emotions, they navigate challenges with resilience and adaptability, propelling themselves forward in life. Number 7. Proactive approach. Sigma males approach life with a proactive mindset of readiness. Unlike those who worry about potential problems, they focus on preemptive actions to mitigate adversity's impact. This proactive stance isn't just a strategy but a lifestyle that ensures they are always prepared for whatever comes their way. By addressing issues head-on before they escalate, they maintain control over their circumstances. This proactive approach cultivates confidence and a resilient spirit, essential for navigating uncertain times. It's about confronting challenges with determination, fostering an aura of preparedness that serves them well in all aspects of life. Number 6. Versatility isn't just a trait for Sigma males, it's a lifeline. They thrive by anticipating changes, seizing opportunities, and forging new paths. While others may falter in uncertainty, Sigma males adapt, innovate, and excel. Take Elon Musk, whose versatility has transformed industries like space exploration and electric vehicles. By embracing new challenges and pushing boundaries, he exemplifies how versatility leads to remarkable success. Sigma males' commitment to adaptability and innovation enables them to thrive in a world that demands resilience and ingenuity. Number 5. Positive outlook. In times of crisis, Sigma males stand out for their unwavering positive outlook. Instead of dwelling on problems, they elevate their problem-solving skills by maintaining optimism. This positive mindset enhances their resilience, enabling them to shift from setback to solution, crisis to understanding. It's not just about hopefulness, but a resilient strength rooted in the belief that every challenge offers valuable lessons. By interpreting and responding to challenges positively, they navigate adversity with confidence and clarity. This mindset isn't just developed, it grows through trials, shaping a path forward defined by resilience and growth. Number 4. Expect the unexpected and plan ahead. Sigma males excel in anticipating and planning for the unexpected. They understand that preparation is key to resilience and adaptability. By foreseeing challenges and strategizing accordingly, they remain ahead of the curve. This ability isn't merely about luck, but about calculated moves and determined resilience. When crisis strikes, Sigma males don't just survive, they thrive because they've already mapped out strategies to navigate through uncertainty. This proactive approach ensures they're always prepared to confront challenges head-on, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth and success. Number 3, not social addicts. In a world dominated by social media, Sigma males stand apart by avoiding excessive use. Unlike many who fall into the trap of comparing themselves to others online, Sigma males maintain a balanced perspective. They invest their time in productive activities, personal growth, and strengthening their well-being. By freeing themselves from social media's influence, they remain focused and adaptable, ready to tackle life's complexities with clarity and purpose. This mindful approach enhances their adaptability and capability to thrive in any situation. Number 2, relieve stress and release anxiety. Sigma males possess a remarkable ability to manage stress and anxiety effectively. This skill allows them to navigate crises with clarity and composure, ensuring they can make informed decisions even in turbulent times. By prioritizing stress relief, they maintain a psychological edge, avoiding unnecessary worry and distraction. This clarity of mind enhances their resilience and productivity, enabling them to confront challenges with unwavering fortitude. Effective stress management isn't just a personal trait, but a strategic advantage that keeps Sigma males prepared for whatever life throws their way. Number 1, focus on what is controllable. Imagine facing a financial crisis. An ordinary response might be stress and panic. A Sigma male, however, focuses on what they can control. They analyze the situation, identify actionable steps like managing spending, exploring new income streams, and adjusting their mindset. By concentrating on controllable factors rather than wasting energy on the uncontrollable, they navigate crises with resilience and emerge stronger. This ability to focus on what matters guides them through storms, underscoring their unshakable edge in every crisis they encounter. Thank you for your attention. You can now become a member of the channel by clicking the Join button under this video.